Hey, let's talk PTOs for middle schools. Like, are they totally different from what you've just experienced at the elementary school level? Are there a ton of similarities? Is there overlap? Like, what should you expect? Should you be expecting to plan the exact same or slightly similar events and programs for your middle schoolers? Or like, what is the deal? So that's what we're going to talk about today. And I've had a lot of readers and actually viewers reach out and say, hey, Christina, I'm transitioning from the lower elementary school or just the elementary school level to now my kids are headed into middle school or junior high. And like, I don't know what, it seems so different. It's a totally different animal. Well, it kind of is and it kind of isn't. So there are a ton of similarities because the structure of your group will remain the same. You should still have the same, like I always recommend, the same amount of officers no matter what age range the school is supporting. President, fundraising, communications, secretary, treasurer, did I say that? Programs. All that good stuff. I'll pop a link to another video that talks about the different roles that you should have, or a blog post in case I don't have a video and I'm just remembering incorrectly. Anyway, the positions are the same, but the biggest change is going to come from the fact that at the middle school or junior high, whether it be 6, 7, 8 or 7, 8 grades, the biggest change that you will find is that the school actually takes over, not really takes over, but they step up with the majority of the programming. So the biggest difference is that you have athletics, right? So you have athletics at this point. So that brings a couple new opportunities for your PTO or PTA in the form of fundraising, because of course you can offer more spirit wear as well as concessions at the athletic events. But really you'll find that the school is baking in some of their activities, things that maybe you would have planned separately as a separate event or program for your elementary PTA or PTO. You'll find that the school is actually taking them over or is interested in taking them over so that the PTA or PTO has not such a huge role in planning. And maybe it's that you're being asked for a larger financial support or just financial support of the program to make it happen. So for example, a couple of years ago, I wanted to do a talent show at our junior high. And there was a staff member who said, fantastic, I'd love to do a talent show. And so they kind of presented it during the school day. So we did a couple events or a couple practices at night, but then they actually did it the Friday before spring break, and it turned out wonderfully. But it was really nice to have the school's support for handling all of the logistics. Like they handled bringing in the piano into the gym, and all of the microphones and the sound system and all that goodness was all taken care of. And it was just kind of an idea from the PTO to kind of get the ball rolling, and then they ran with it. So that was quite refreshing, where we can just come up with ideas for things for the, like fun things for the kids, and the school runs with it. That's a change. And another thing is that activities are more like baked into the school process. For example, another like huge event that the school did for my kids in 8th grade was the 8th grade farewell dance. Again, that may have been something that the PTO in the lower elementary schools would have taken care of, right? So we had special person dances, weird, daddy-daughter dances, all that kind of stuff. But the school just put that on because, of course, the biggest change of them all is that kids do not really want to be hanging out with their families at school events. So gone are the days of the family movie event or movie night, and in comes just movie night, right? So kids, of course, want to be spending time with their friend groups and not so much with their parental units. So that's really the biggest change for programming, is that you as a PTO, you're going to want to switch your brain off of whole family events or events where parents will need to be there to events that kids can come by themselves or with their friend groups, because they are turning into young adults, and we need to be fostering their independence and showing them how to have fun in healthy, safe ways that are slightly more supervised and protected from the larger world. Not really protected, but I think you know what I mean. Having safe fun at school, and really your PTO can play a huge part in making that happen. But you might find, like I said, that you are just opening your wallet a little bit more often without having to have the manpower to plan everything than you might otherwise. Now, of course, every school is different, and the partnership between the PTO and the school administration is going to be different. So you might find something slightly different depending on your situation, but just check it out. But generally, these are going to be the changes that you should expect. So I hope this video has been really helpful in helping you to understand the differences between the elementary PTOs and the middle school or junior high PTOs. And I will see you again in the next one. Bye-bye. Want even more guidance on how to be a stronger leader so you can run a better PTO or PTA? All these resources and more are waiting for you at ptoanswers.com.